Did you know there's a little city inside of Houston where the homes look straight out of Mad Men, the taxes are lower than most suburbs, and fair warning, if you speed, the cops are going to catch ya? Hey y'all, it's Jenn Dodds, your no-fluff, full disclosure Texas realtor, and today we're going to dive into Jersey Village, Texas. We're going to cover it all: the location, the history, the amenities, the flooding reputation, and of course the real estate. Plus the pros and cons, so you'll know if Jersey Village is the right fit for your family. First off, where's Jersey Village? It sits right off Highway 290 at Jones Road, about 18 miles northwest of downtown Houston. That means you've got a straight shot on 290. On a good day, that means maybe 25-30 minutes. On a bad day, well, if you drive Houston traffic, you know it can easily double or triple that time. What makes Jersey Village unique is that it's technically an incorporated city. It has its own police department, fire department, city council, and services. So unlike many Houston area neighborhoods that are folded into the big city of Houston limits, Jersey Village gets to make its own decision. That's a huge perk for residents because you feel like you're part of a small town that just happens to be right next to a massive metro area. And I want to give you a little tip. Don't ever go over the speed limit in Jersey Village. The cops are always watching, and trust me, you will get a ticket. They are strict about keeping their streets safe, and your wallet will fill it if you get caught pushing the gas a little too hard. The community is built around a golf course, so you'll see winding streets, big trees, and a mix of home styles that don't look like carbon copies of each other. If you've driven through Bridgeland, Town Lake, any of those neighborhoods, the master plan communities, everything kind of feels the same. But let's be honest, Jersey Village is going to feel a lot more unique and established. Okay, quick history lesson, and don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with the textbook stuff. But Jersey Village started in the 1950s as a master plan community built around a golf course. At that time, the pitch was country living close to the city. But back then, it was all farmland and open space, and the developers literally named it Jersey Village because they were raising Jersey cattle on the property. Fast forward to today, and while the city is fully built out, it still has that throwback charm: wide streets, established oak trees, and homes with character. You're not going to feel like you're in a sea of brand new stucco and brick boxes. And for a lot of people moving to Houston, that character is a massive draw. Now let's talk about the schools, because for a lot of families, that's a make it or break it factor. Jersey Village is part of the Cypress Fairbanks, or CFI ISD. This is one of the largest school districts in Texas, and it's generally well regarded. They've invested heavily in upgrading campuses, athletic facilities, and fine art programs because the population just keeps growing year after year after year. The main high school here is Jersey Village High School, home of the Falcons. It's been around since the 1970s, so you'll hear plenty of alumni talk about their days there. On top of strong academics, they've got competitive sports programs, a band that's known across the state, and a wide range of electives. You're also going to find several elementary and middle schools that feed into the high school, so families with little ones can stay in the same community for years. And because Cy-Fair ISD is so big, you've got access to magnet programs, gifted and talented tracks, and even specialized academics if your kiddo has a particular interest. Bottom line, guys, you're not sacrificing school quality to be in Jersey Village. In fact, for many families, it's one of the main reasons they choose to move here. Now, let's talk amenities, because even though Jersey Village isn't a new, flashy master plan community, it's got plenty to offer. Right in the heart of the city is Jersey Meadow Golf Course, which is a public 18-hole course with a clubhouse and an event space. So even if you're not a golfer, it adds to the vibe of the community and provides a ton of green space. You've also got a city pool, parks, and playgrounds scattered throughout, plus a network of walking trails that locals use every single day. And here's one of the best things: the city goes all in on community events. The Parks and Recreation Department, along with the Recreation and Events Committee, put together an amazing lineup of events every single year. That include, you've got bingo nights, Concert in the Park series, the annual Easter egg hunt, a full-on Independence Day parade, movies in the village, yes, outdoor movies, the JV Brew Fest for all my beer lovers, the Fall Frolic Trunk or Treat, Texas State Arbor Day celebrations, and of course, Holiday in the Village to wrap up the year. These aren't just small neighborhood get-togethers either. They're well-attended, family-friendly, and they really create that small town and a big city feel that people love about Jersey Village. When it comes to shopping and dining, you're just minutes from 290 and Beltway 8. That means your big box stores like H-E-B, Kroger, Target, and Lowe's are right around the corner. For restaurants, you're going to find everything from casual Tex-Mex and barbecue joints to sit-down family restaurants. And if you want mall shopping, Willowbrook Mall is less than 15 minutes away. So while Jersey Village doesn't have that built-in town center like Bridgeland or Town Lake, you're definitely not going to miss out. All right, so let's get to that elephant in the room, flooding. And if you've heard of Jersey Village, chances are you've heard about flooding. And yes, the history is real. Jersey Village sits in the upper portion of the White Oak Bayou watershed, which flows all the way southeast into the Buffalo Bayou downtown. Major flooding events that hit Jersey Village were in 1998, 2001, 2002, and 2016 during the infamous tax day floods, and finally 2017 during Hurricane Harvey. In that 2016 storm alone, more than 230 homes in the city took on water. Harvey the following year caused widespread flooding throughout Houston, and while not every street in Jersey Village was hit, the city definitely saw impacts that reinforced its reputation for a flood risk. Now, here's what's been done since then. Over the last 20 years, the Harris County Flood Control District has invested more than $95 million into improvements along White Oak Bayou. That includes building the Jersey Village Division Channel in 2010 and multiple upstream detention basins to slow down water before it hits the city. On top of that, Jersey Village itself has put more than $25 million into streets and drainage reconstruction to handle the neighborhood flooding. After 2016, the city launched the Jersey Village Long-Term Flood Recovery Planning Study. Okay, y'all, that's a fancy way of saying they brought in engineers to figure out big, permanent solutions. So some of those recommended projects included building a berm around the golf course to hold floodwaters and protect surrounding neighborhoods, major street and drainage upgrades in the Wall Street neighborhood, which was one of the hardest hit areas, home elevation or buyout grants for those repeat flooded houses, widening and deepening White Oak Bayou itself to give water somewhere to actually go. The berm project and the Wall Street neighborhood project were even combined into one grant proposal because they work together to keep sheet flow out of residential streets. Bottom line, guys, while flooding is absolutely part of Jersey Village's history, this isn't a community that ignored it. Between the Bayou projects, the berm, detention ponds, and millions in infrastructure upgrades, the risk is a lot better managed than it used to be. That said, this is Houston. Flood risk never goes away entirely. If you're shopping here, always pull those FEMA flood maps. Check the past insurance claims and know exactly what you're going to get into. It's very street by street here. Some areas have never flooded, others have been repeat offenders. Do your homework before you fall in love with that mid-century modern gem. Now, for my favorite part, the real estate market. Jersey Village is almost completely built out, so you're not going to see brand new subdivisions popping up. What you're going to see is a mix of homes from the late 1960s through the 1990s. That means bigger lots, more square footage, and unique floor plans. Some homes have been fully remodeled while others are time capsules just waiting for a buyer with vision. And here's something I personally love about this area. Jersey Village encapsulates one of my most absolute favorite styles, mid-century modern. You'll see so many homes with those clean lines, low slung roofs, wide overhangs, and that unmistakable Frank Lloyd Wright influence. It's not every Houston suburb where you can drive down the street and feel like you step back into that cool Mad Men area vibe of the 1960s. For buyers who geek out over design, these homes are an absolute gem. Some have been beautifully preserved with original woodwork, stone fireplaces, and those retro features, and others have been completely updated in a way that blends that mid-century modern charm with modern functionality. Think court counters and open layouts while still keeping those iconic lines. Price-wise, you can find smaller homes or fixer-uppers starting in the 300s. Most of the move-in ready homes fall in the high 300s to the 4 to 500s. On the golf course with larger updates, you're going to push well into the 500,000. One huge perk here is the tax rate because Jersey Village is its own city and doesn't have a mud district like newer suburbs. The rate is often lower than what you're going to pay in Cypress's Bridgeland or Town Lake, which is going to save you thousands a year. So if you're someone who values character and loves that mid-century modern aesthetic, Jersey Village is like a designer lover's playground. And if you're not into that, well, you'll still appreciate the bigger lots, lower taxes, and the central location. All right, y'all. So as always, always, we're going to go through the pros and cons. Pros, the location, easy access to 290, Beltway 8, and quick enough to downtown, the Woodlands, or Katy. That community feel, that small town vibe. They have their own police station, fire department, and a ton of community events. And of course, the character homes, the larger lots, mature trees, they're not cookie cutter. You've got strong schools like Cy-Fair ISD with tons of options. And of course, those lower tax rates. So compared to newer master plan suburbs, this is a win. But then we got to talk about our cons. Cons is going to be that flooding reputation. Even if your house didn't flood, buyers will always ask, and it does and can affect the resale. You've got older homes, so you're thinking foundation work, plumbing, electrical updates. These can be big ticket items if they're not done already. Then you've also got limited amenities inside the city. So you're not going to get that lazy river, the mega town center. You're going to have to drive a little extra for those. And then you've got the commute. The 290 is better since the expansion, but Houston traffic is still Houston traffic. So, should you move to Jersey Village? If you're looking for character, community, and a convenient location without paying those master plan community prices, this might be the absolute perfect fit. But if you're looking for that shiny, brand new, with all the bells and whistles built-in community, you might be happier in Bridgeland or Town Lake. Either way, if you're thinking about making a move to the Houston area, drop me a message, give me a call. I'd love to help you figure out if Houston and surrounding communities are the right fit for you. And don't forget to subscribe because I'm breaking down all of the Houston suburbs so you get the truth before you make your next move. See you in the next one.